is up? It just started raining. The lighting was so good and it just started raining. So I'm already filming, so I'm gonna keep filming. So today's video, by the title, I'm going back in my childhood because I received word that the That's a Raven reboot is official. So it's about to be Liddy Committee on Disney. I'm not about to watch all these other Disney Channel shows that are on there. I'm just gonna watch That's a Raven reboot. I don't know what the official name is. Hold on. I think it's like So Raven or something like that. Raven's Home. Okay, that's what it's called. So I'm very excited for this, and because of this show, I've decided to make this video just about all the shows that I think should be either rebooted or should have been renewed for a second season, and all the shows that I'm kind of this is like a show review basically. So the first show that should not have been canceled because I just got obsessed with it. I'm semi-finished with it. I kept jumping around between the seasons, so I haven't officially finished it, but I got to the last season and I watched the series finale, and the series finale was awful because you wanted more, essentially. So that show is Army Wives, and if you don't know what that show is about, it's about these 4 women and this 1 man, and all of their spouses are in the army, and they have to deal with all of the troubles that come with being married to a soldier. And I really wish that show was renewed because it was so good. It was informative. It made you learn. It made you feel. It made you scared to marry anyone in the army. And it makes you understand people that are married to the army. The next show was The Get Down. If I'm looking down, it's because I have a notepad. So the next show is The Get Down. The Get Down is a show that just came on Netflix like a couple months ago, a couple months ago I would say, and I just watched it. It was so good. I watched part 1 and then I watched part 2, and I watched it after it had been officially said by Netflix that they're not renewing it because it wasn't making enough money, or it cost too much money to make versus how much money they actually made off of it. So that was a really big letdown for me because I watched it and I was so into the story. I was so into it, and you know, I'm born in New York, so I loved seeing New York back in like the 70s. She wanted to be in the video. Anyway, so the next show is Make It or Break It. This show is about gymnastics and gymnasts going to the getting the chance to go to the Olympics. Like, they're fighting for their dream of going, and oh my gosh, it's such a good show. It was canceled a couple, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, and it was so good. I watched it the season before last, and then I watched all of the last season, but then it came on my Xfinity on demand and I watched the whole thing. It was so good, and I wish it didn't get canceled because I understand that I think for that show it has to be a cliffhanger, but I wish we got to see them maybe like after they got to the Olympics. Maybe not during the Olympics because I don't know how that would work, but it was so good, and I wish it never got canceled. My next show. Okay, so these are all the reboots I think should happen. So That's a Raven is on here, and it is because I'm very excited for this, that Raven's Home. I'm very excited to see where this is gonna take us. I'm excited to see the talent that's being put in it. I'm just excited for my childhood to be relived. I love it when they reboot childhood shows and they do it well. So the next show is Sister Sister, and I did my research. Tia and Tamara Mori, if you don't know who they are, they're the twins that are on the show, or were on the show, and they've been trying to get this rebooted for a really long time, but no director or producer is willing to take the chance. So this is me saying, take the chance, director, producer guy, because I'm excited. Okay, Drake and Josh. I really want this show to be rebooted only because till this I actually don't know what the series finale is, or I watched it when I was little and I forgot. Oh, this one. Y'all gonna have to deal with it. But yes, I'm kind of mad because if you don't know, I watch a lot of vlogs well, I don't watch a lot of vlogs, but I watch David Dobrik's vlogs, and Josh Peck is always in them. And every time I see him, I think about my childhood. So I really wish they would reboot it because it was so good. I want to see something I wish would happen if like they did do it like a series reboot or whatever. I would want to see them like be parents, or I want to see them like maybe Drake and Josh live together. Drake's trying to get his music career. Josh is figuring out what he wants to do. I don't know. Something that just like it pertains to their generation growing up. Cause if you think about it, you're just the series reboots are just their take on what adulthood is like, if that makes sense. The next show that I really wanted to get rebooted, or I wish it didn't get canceled because it got canceled for a very good reason. I'm good. Okay, so the show that I'm talking about is Zoe 101, and the reason everyone knows the reason I got canceled is because she got pregnant. You can't really film, but the series finale, it wasn't bad, but it made you sad because it was getting canceled. Next, Kim Possible. I saw this picture on, I'll put it in if I feel like it, but I saw this picture on Twitter. Yeah, it was Twitter, and it was Kim, and she was all grown up, and it was Ron, and he was all grown up, and they were married, and they had kids. So I really want to see if those kids would have been spies. Like, oh my gosh, I wish. Okay, the next one is Kenan and Kel. I should have said Kenan, because Kenan be giving. Okay, if you don't know the theme song, you're missing out. It's such a good theme song. But I wish this show would get rebooted so fast because both of them are very active in Hollywood today. So I know that they're available to do the show, and it was so good. Kel was my favorite. I don't care what anyone says. Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. It was so good. It wasn't stupid. It was Black Boy Joy. It was A1. Next, Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. Or Sweet Life on Zach. I just wrote Sweet Life, so I guess I want one of them to be rebooted. But I don't really have a reason for it being rebooted. I just really think we should see them grow up. Because Dylan and Cole, they're not dead. Like, Cole is on Riverdale, so. Proud Family. The Proud Family. What you and I will always be the family every single day and night. When you even start acting like a fool, you know there's no one in love that matches you. The Proud Family I really liked. It was if you don't know me, I don't really like cartoons, but I think the Proud Family, Brandon Mr. Wilson, all of the Disney cartoons I watched, some of Cartoon Network, but the Proud Family was a really good one. I didn't realize it until I was a lot older, but there's a reason I liked it. It was because it was so much like my family. Like my dad was like cheap. I mean, he wasn't cheap for me. Like I always got what I wanted, but like now today I see that my dad actually is kind of cheap, and my mom was kind of strict. Like I mean, they toss up cheap and strict. One's cheap, one's strict, one's cheap, blah blah blah. But I loved Sugar Mama, and I loved Oscar. No, that was the dad's name. Bless you. I loved, what was the guy? Whoever kept flirting with Sugar Mama, I loved him. I loved the guy where it was just this. Like, you didn't get his face the whole series until I think the series came out. But that was good. Oh, I don't have any more, but let's see. Okay, so, I don't get it. Like, if for casting reasons, yes, I understand, like for Disney, they couldn't keep, so it was like they couldn't just keep going. Those actors had to branch out or whatever. But Bizarre Verse, I've never really seen it, but I listening to the name, let's be honest. Or Dog with a Blog. What? She heard the word dog and she wanted to be in it. So yeah. But thank you for watching. Subscribe, follow me, and